Hi everyone, in that video we are going to see how to manage the activity plan of the patient with the system Powerset. So when we see this page and when we are inside the patient profile on the activity plan of the menu, we are not speaking about the activity that we are going to do as a professional. So everything that is related with us as professional is on my agenda. Obviously, if we are inserting something together with a patient on my agenda, it is going straight to the activity plan of the patient. But this is representing all the activities that the patient is due to do because us or another professional decided or prescribed it for the patient. So we've got a calendar and we've got a set of activities that we can assign to the patient. Assessment, treatment, exercise, training, rest, other activities, competition or rehabilitation. Each of these activities has its own template. So we are now going to see the first one, for example, the assessment. But before to see it, I would like to show you the functioning of the MyLab section, because all these activities are related with the MyLab section. So when we set an assessment, for example, we can decide which kind of assessment we want to set for this patient. And we can prepare our template on the MyLab section. When we are inside MyLab section, we can see all the activities here. And for example, if we want to set a new assessment, we should just click on Add a new assessment. Here we can give the name to the assessment, for example, patellar tendinopathy assessment. And here we've got different categories for the test. We just divided the test and assign each test to a different category. Of course, on the passive range of motion assessment category, we are going to find all the passive range of motion test related to the body. So once we click on it, this is a subjective assessment because it's not a measurement, it's just an evaluation. Once we click on it, it will open this bar. And for example, let's imagine that we want to assess something related to the knee. If we text knee, we'll see all the tests related to the knee. So at that time, we should just select which kind of test we want to add. For example, knee joint decompression or knee joint extension and knee joint flexion, and leave it here. Then let's say that we want to add some physical performance measures. So let's say that we want to analyze the star excursion balance test. So we can just type star excursion balance test, and we're going to see all the tests related with this kind of test. So in anterior direction, anterolateral direction, anteromedial direction. Okay, let's imagine that we finish our assessment. So we can click on create, and we are going to see our assessment here, patellar tendinopathy assessment. And if we click on view, we'll see all the tests what we have added to this kind of assessment. So at that time, we can go inside the patient menu, the activity plan, just take the activity we want to add, so assessment, and drag it in the day we are going to perform this activity. So let's imagine that we are going to perform it the 1st of March. So we add it here, and it will appear a new template. So we can link this with an injury, or maybe just with a monitoring action, and then we can choose the template that we want to use. So for example, the patellar tendinopathy assessment. And we can add the activity. Once we have the activity, it will be planned here, and it is scheduled for the 1st of March. If we click on it, we can see the details of the activity. Obviously, when we are going to perform the activity, we are going to insert all the data about this assessment, and all the data will be stored, and we will be able to study it in the analytics section. The same will happen with all the different activities. So let's imagine that we want to perform a treatment the day after the assessment. So we just have to take the activity, drag and drop on the day. It will open a day. It will open, sorry, a template. We can choose from our templates if we created it, but now I didn't create it. So we can give a name to the treatment. So acute treatment. Choose and select the number of activities. So for example, manual release. Set the time, 15 minutes, and type a description. So focus on the complete, and maybe mobilization, 15 minutes again, focus on full extension. We can type different notes and we can add the activity. Once we add the activity, this has been just planned. This is not meaning that we performed it already. So this is planned for the 2nd of March, and whoever is linked with this patient and in that day is going to treat him, he knows exactly what we should do with him. Then let's imagine that a different operator is working with this patient today. So we can maybe say, I have done even another activity of active stretching for 10 minutes, focus on full extension, add some notes and archive the activity. And once we archive the activity will be archived and all the data will be stored. So we'll always know that we have performed this treatment with this patient on the 2nd of March. We can go backward and forward with the calendar and see whatever we have done. The activity that have been archived, we can also monitor it in the monitoring table, where we can select a range of time. So for example, from the 1st of February to today, the 21st of February, and we can see here in numbers and here in icons all the activities done by the patient. And obviously, if we click on the activity, we'll have all the details of the treatment that he has done.